Hey guys, it's Lamix. I'm back from the dead. 55 Sonics. I live in my shed. Did I plan that rhyme? Yeah, maybe just a little bit. Anyway, what are we looking at today? Today, we're going to be doing a review on Albion Online. Now, this game has been out for a while now, but it's been in beta. So it's been in beta for like 2 years or something, 3 years. And it's going to be released in about 2 months from now, so in July. So what is Albion Online, you ask? Well, very good question, goddammit. Now, Albion Online is a sandbox MMO, whatever the hell that means. And its game systems are similar to that of RuneScape. So it's got a player-driven world, a player-driven economy, and a system where if you kill people in certain places, you get to get all of their equipment, all of their gear. And same, if you die, you lose all your stuff. And just remember that this review is based on my opinion, so you may agree or disagree with the points I make. And that's fine. Absolutely fine dining. So the first thing is that everyone matters in Albion Online. I know that's kind of a little cliche thing they say, but it's kind of true. Unless you're just some guy that walks around naked and you just talk to trees all day, you don't cut the tree, you don't sell the wood, you don't do nothing, then you don't matter. Get the hell out of this game. No, I'm kidding. So everyone matters, what does that mean briefly? Alright, so if you're a gatherer, you don't want to do PvP or whatever, that's okay. So you go cut some wood or you like mine some ore, then with that you can sell it on the market. Someone could buy that, turn it into weapons, give it to some PvPers, then those PvPers fight for territories, then a whole territory was taken, and it links all the way back to you like chopping some trees or gathering some ore. So like what you do actually matters. Or even if you just sell the things, you're like helping the economy, you know, like people need to buy these things. Everybody matters, like no matter what you're doing, as long as you know, not little naked guy, whatever, then yeah, it's all good. The next point is that the PvP in Albion Online is fun and rewarding. Now, I don't know if you've played RuneScape before, but whenever you go into the wildy, you know you could lose everything, but you know you could also gain everything from the other guy, and that puts this thing in you where like your heart is pumping all the time when you're like in the zone where this could happen, and it's just so exciting, and like it's just, you know, like it's high risk, high reward, and you're just on this adrenaline rush the whole time. Unless you're a zombie with no heart, then like I'm afraid that's not gonna be any fun to you. And if you're a PvP enthusiast, this game rewards you for being good at PvP. If you're good at PvP, that means you kill more people. You kill more people, that means you take more of their loot, then you can sell it. So you get rich from killing people. You're a good player, you get more money. Kaboom, get a boom boom. The last positive note is that there's deep progression in this game. So like everything can be specialized in. If you're crafting and you're crafting bows, it gets down to the specifics. Like you get mastery levels in like crafting war bows, not any kind of bow, a war bow. So like you can go down that tree and get really specific in it, and like it's really deep progression. But at the same time, there's like mastery in gathering wood, so like you unlock the ability to like chop better wood and stuff like that. The same thing goes for combat, so it's really deep progression, and you need that in an MMO in my opinion, because if it's not grindy, then like you might as well go play like a PlayStation game, you know what I mean? Like that you could finish in like 2 days, and that's not really fun. Like you need that constant progression, you need the constant goals to reach and the milestones, and that's what makes it fun and like feels rewarding. Alright, so now moving on to the negative parts of Albion Online. So what I don't like about it is it's very highly teamwork based. Like you can make it as a solo player, there's so much you can do as a solo player, but if you're really into PvP, when you go to certain places in like the red zone, black zone, you're most likely going to be fighting like 5 people at once, 6 people at once, God knows how many later on when all the guilds get more organized and stuff. You could run into like 10 people, so like playing with people or playing with a guild or whatever is really encouraged, so then you're like in a strong position and you're not like, you know, going to be like 1v10ing or whatever. Also, if you go the solo way, you won't be able to do like GVGs, like guild versus guild combat, which can be like 5v5, or I think later on it can be like 20 versus 20 or something like crazy. So you'll be like excluding yourself from that, which I think would be a lot of fun. There are also hell gates, which are like dungeons, but it's like a 5v5 within that dungeon as well. But you can pug those, you can pug things, but it's just going to be harder to find the pugs, you know what I mean? So it's really encouraged to be in a guild, or at least to play with like some friends. And obviously it's like more fun when you play with other people. Like we have like a whole culture now of like being a lone wolf, being like solo players and stuff, but I don't think that's like too healthy, and like it's something I used to do a lot, but now I'm trying to break the pattern, and you know, like trying to like get into guilds and like play with other people and stuff. So yeah, I'd encourage that, the game encourages that, so that's just something to be wary of. The other stupid ass thing about Albion Online is that people from Oceania, like Oceanic region, whatever, we have the worst ping on Earth, because it's a big ass mega server with like, you know, Euros, people from France, people from Brazil, like everyone's playing together, which is really cool. Like there's so much diversity and stuff. But as an Oceanic player, I have like 280 ping standard. Like that's kind of like where it will sit on average. You know, it might spike up to 320, might sit down on like 270, but you know, like on average it's like 280, whatever. That's disgusting. Like sometimes you dodge a skill shot, then it like rewinds time and then quickly puts you in that skill shot, and then you get hit. Like it's really frustrating in general, but especially if you're like really into PvP, it's really hard to pull off some technical moves or to land a skill shot when you've got like ping like this, you know what I mean? Like the last time I threw an arrow that's like a projectile, it went through this guy's horse. Like what the hell is that? Also, if you have like 280 ping, whatever, like this high ping, and you try to play a melee class, it just becomes that much harder. Like you have a dash that stuns people. Like good luck trying to land that with 290 ping, you know what I mean? So hopefully Albion Online, like they still have 2 months till release. They still could do something about it. So it might get fixed. They might do something. I don't know how internet works, but like they could add like a black hole in the sky, and then it like freaking all oceanic stuff like gets better. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Then you get these guys from like the US and the UK and stuff, and they're complaining about like 60 ping. Shut up with your 60 ping. Be grateful, man. There's some of us with like 300 ping. We're dying out here, man. We're dying. So remember guys, the release of this game is in about 2 months, so in July sometime. I think it's July the 17th, and this game is buy to play, so you do have to buy. I think the cheapest option is about $30. So if you bought the game right now, there's still 2 months until launch, so you could test out things, see what weapon you want to specialize in, which armor you want to use, or like, you know, try out different things, see how long it takes you to reach this level of wood cutting or whatever. You could like just get the gist of it. That's it if you want to do that. Otherwise, the safer option is probably to like wait till launch, or like really close to launch, then buying it and then checking it out and stuff. So that was it guys, and for my audience, I'm very sorry that I disappeared randomly for like 4 months, 3 months, whatever. It's cause like I had to like rethink stuff, and I like had some real life stuff going on, so like I had to take like a break. But yeah, I should have said something, so I apologize for that. But I'm back, and I'm solid, and I'm liquefied, and I'm solid and liquefied at the same time. That doesn't make sense. If you've got Godzilla in your backyard and you don't know what to do with him, don't ask me, cause I'm just Lamix. Oh, baby.